Hi everyone, my name is Michael Ekele, an engineer and a technologist in the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering based university. Today we shall be doing a very simple experiment on the use of ammeter and voltmeter in electronic circuits. And the aim of this experiment is to introduce how voltmeters and ammeters are used in electronics circuit. This experiment, like I said, is very simple, and as such, we advise that students should be attentive throughout the explanation, so that when carrying out the experiment on their own, they will not make mistakes. This is our digital multimeter. The meter has three essential parts: the display, the selection knob, and the ports. And this is the simple LED circuit done on a breadboard. And this is the DC power supply that we shall be using for this experiment. To do this, we first of all connect probes of our meter. I will set the DC power supply to 7 volts, already on 7 volts. I will supply it to our circuit, to the LED circuit. As you can see, the LED is on. To use the digital multimeter as an ammeter, we select the current range on the meter. As you can see, we have selected the current range on the meter, and now our digital multimeter is being used as an ammeter to measure current. To connect it, we need to connect the meter in series. And here we have 4.9 milliampere. Alright, we now adjust our power supply, DC power supply, to 6 volts, which I am doing now. As you can see, trying to fine tune it to 6 volts. Here we have 6 volts, and we are expected to take reading for current again. The current will be in series, and we are having 3.9. We have 5 volts on our DC power supply. We'll take our current reading like this. Here we have 3.0 milliampere reading on our meter. The DC power supply to 4 volts. Good. Here we have our 4 volts, and we'll take our measurement again. We are measuring for current. We have 2.0. Alright, to get for 3 volts. At 3 volts, we are having a reading of 1.0 milliampere. 2.5 volts, and we'll take our reading. We are having a value of 0.6 milliampere. To configure our digital multimeter to measure our voltage, we'll select the voltage range in which we are going to measure. We'll select the voltage range. Now the digital multimeter is acting as our voltmeter, and to measure the voltage across any component, you must connect the meter in parallel with the component that is to be measured. Here we are measuring the voltage across the LED. So we vary the power supply to 7 volts. Alright, 7 volts, here we are. Okay, 7 volts. We'll take the meter reading at 7 volts. At 7 volts, we have 1.98 volts. 1.98 volts on our meter. We are expected to enter this value on the table. To 6 volts. To 6 volts, and we'll take the voltage across the LED to be 1.96. Our DC power supply to 5 volts. To 5 volts, and then take the voltage across the LED. We are having 1.93 volts. 1.93 volts on our multimeter. 5 volts to 4 volts. To 4 volts, and we take the value of LED. We have 1.90. To 3 volts, I will take the value of voltage across the LED, and we have 1.86 volts. 1.86 volts. DC power supply to 2.5. 2.5 value. Here we'll also take the voltage that is dropped across this LED, and we have 1.83. We have 1.83. With this, we have demonstrated how to use the digital multimeter as an ammeter and also as a voltmeter in electronics, and also how to measure components when you are about to measure current, and how to measure the voltage across any component in a given circuit. Things to note: when measuring current in a circuit using your meter, the meter must be in series with the component that you are measuring. And when you are measuring voltage, the voltmeter must be in parallel with the component that you are measuring. That is, you are taking the potential difference of that component that you have measured. At the end of this lab, we have post-laboratory questions for you that you answer, and you will find this experiment more interesting. Thank you.